Alright, response video to Armando, left of center on Stickam. Okay, on the political and economic stuff. Well, I was pretty disappointed with your videos. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of the electoral college. Right, okay, any rational person can agree with that, but it's not going to happen until we change the political system. Because as the system is now, the little states just aren't going to give away their extra power. It's not going to happen without a constitutional convention or something. Yeah, okay, you dismissed instant runoff voting because you don't want to discuss it for whatever reason, because you don't think it's a good idea. Well, it's a good idea. We need it bad. We need to get rid of the geographic voting districts, nothing you didn't mention. And then you did point out you think states are where we should have some sort of government, where government should exist. Yeah, I agree we should get rid of the local crap, and I agree we should get rid of a lot of it, most of it. I mean, just let them decide stupid things like where to put the stop sign and, you know, whether people should have to clean up dog do or some other bullshit. But anything meaningful, yeah, fuck it, take it out of their hands. But states' rights, it really just does go right back to that. As soon as you create a border, as soon as you give people power to change laws, you're just going to have states competing with each other to get businesses to come into them. You're going to have them competing with each other for federal money. They're just going to keep playing the stupid same old political crappy games, the geographic games that have fucked up our democracy. We have got to separate human beings from this geography thing, okay? We are not our geography. We are our ideology, and we are representing the wrong thing, all right? We have the wrong kind of representation, and we don't even have that full representation because we use geographic districts to have winner-take-all elections that just blow up the whole idea of representation. So those are big things that we got to fix. And so, you know, I don't see any point in having layers of government. That we should have federal government should take care of most things. It should define the parameters of our basic rights and our basic responsibilities. All right, and it should do it with a constitution that outlines fundamental principles, not absolutes, principles. Because when it started to get into this damn detail crap, that's where it gets into big frickin' trouble. All right, because it says things that it can't sustain over 200 years, and then you're stuck with bad law. And the principles have to be clear. I mean, discrimination for bullshit reasons is bullshit, okay? I mean, yes, do the content of character thing, not the color of skin thing, not the whether you're a minority, philosophical minority, or a racial minority, or cultural minority. All of those things should be irrelevant in terms of changing how people are treated by the law. We all should have that equal protection of the law. The law should mean the same thing to a poor man that it means to a rich man. These are just the fundamental principles, and our Constitution has lost its soul on those issues. It's dead when it comes to those kinds of fairness issues, and that's all it should be about, is fairness. It should put fairness in a place where the majority can't get to it, where the majority can't pervert it with its own interests, with its own fucking agenda, okay? Democracy is a valuable tool. Democracy should be empowered where it has to be, not where it doesn't need to be. And the Constitution should only be something where a consensus, not just a majority, a consensus of the governed write the Constitution. And the majority should have no power to fuck with those rules. And we've given them that power by giving them this two-party bullshit system that puts liars on our courts. I mean, our courts are just littered with liars, disgusting liars. Most judges are lying pieces of crap. I know it from personal experience. I've encountered like 6 or 7 of them. They were all liars. I would defy any of them with a $10,000 bounty to take a lie detector test, because they have lied. They have violated the Constitution while they sat on their fucking bench, on their high-minded, arrogant, elevated position, and they abused the Constitution of the United States routinely. These people must be eliminated. There must be no capacity for any liar to ever sit on a federal court or a state court. It is just complete bullshit. All right, I'll post a link to my solutions videos. I really have to redo them. I keep saying I'm going to redo them. I don't redo them. but they're still good videos, I think. Still explain a lot of this stuff, because you know we've got to reform education. It's all bullshit. Okay, it's just this is how our democracy doesn't work. This is how your two-party system has fucked us. Okay, because it's given too much power to government employees and the educational industrial complex. It is just as evil as the military just industrial complex. It is so caught up in its own self-interest, so caught up in preserving its way of life. It's disgusting. It's not serving the people. It's not serving the best interest of the people. We haven't applied any technology to the subject of education. It's disgraceful. With no economy, no productivity gains whatsoever in the educational industrial complex. If anything, it's gotten worse. You know, they charge obscene prices for even books. It's just disgusting. You know, we've got to change the election system. We've got to put ideas on the ballot. We've got to put more referendums on the ballot. We've got to give people incentives to come out to vote. We've got to get them right. We've got to have voting periods that are maybe 3 or 4 days long. There's no reason to have an election that lasts, 5 hours, and it can be all done electronically, and it can all be backed up, and it can all be, we can have a secure electronic voting system is more secure than the bullshit system we have now. A system where you could actually make sure your vote got counted, where you could actually look it up and find it yourself and see that it was actually part of the numbers, and where other people could scrutinize it to find fake numbers. And that's what we need. We need an open source democracy, something really functional, and something that's about rules, not rulers. All right, these politicians are all egomaniacal fuckers. Your idea of financing their public campaigns, screw that. Screw giving these jackasses public money so they can buy 20-second spots spouting propaganda and bullshit. All right, force them to go on YouTube, force them to go on Stickcam, give them a free opportunity to publish all they want on a cable channel, give them equal access, let them produce content that's actually persuasive, let them actually have to argue with each other in that medium. All right, defend their bullshit. It's just nonsense. We don't even have debates in this country. Oh yeah, CNN controls the questions. The candidates have to negotiate. They all have meetings for weeks and weeks to figure out what they're going to allow and what they're not going to allow. I mean, it's bullshit. This isn't democracy at its best. It's democracy just done as it's silly, half-ass bullshit democracy. And so we just empower a bunch of people to say government sucks, government can't work, government can't do this, government can't do that, because we have created a failure of a government. Government can work and can be made accountable. It can, we can do it tomorrow. I mean, we could just, why do we allow politicians to exempt themselves from the law? Why do we allow judges to exempt themselves from being sued for being a liar when they can be proven to be a liar? I mean, why do we allow that? If somebody can prove they're a liar in a court of law, why shouldn't they be subject to the same laws as the rest of it? It's just absolute bullshit. I mean, completely idiotic. And the reason why it exists is because they want the right to lie. God damn it, it's so fucking obvious. So anyway, yeah, I wish your video was more helpful, but I really don't see anything you're talking about as being a great reform. It's not going to change any of this bullshit. The changes need to be made to this two-party structure. It's bullshit. It's a sellout structure. It compromises the people's votes before they cast them, and that's where the compromise has to happen in the legislative bodies, not before people even vote. Damn it.